Hey, what's up, man? This is Ike Love, creator and author of the blog, The Viable Alternative, which is an inspirational blog where I share the wisdom and insights gained along my path to becoming a greater, stronger version of myself. And if you want to read more on the blog, you can click under the window where it says show more, and you see the link for www.theviablealternative.com. So, like I said, I keep you guys abreast of what's going on. I am meeting with a new designer, and she is a woman that wears multiple hats. Her name is Lenese Griffin, and we're sitting down here now going over the brand concepts, and she's showing me some patterns and some designs. I'm sure you don't want to show us on video for respect of the person or something like that.
Yeah.
I totally get that. I totally respect that. Totally respect. I understand that immediately. So, yeah, her name is Lenese Griffin. I had put out an ad for her on Craigslist and I also put an ad on Model 8, and she responded to one. I like what she had to say the most. So I'm here meeting with her now. I'm here explain to her my story, my background, why I got into this. And let me just quickly introduce you to Miss Lenese Griffin, or Ms.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, and so she's showing me some designs, and we're now hashing out what's gonna make my underwear line stand out. I am here showing, here's a couple of the elastic bands. I mean, I did all this before in the last iteration. And what we're doing now is I'm about to show her a couple of the underwear designs that I personally like, so that she can get an idea of where to go forward. Because the initial goal, or the ultimate goal, is for her to come up with a pattern design. So we're here just doing an introductory meeting, and then at the next meeting we're going to basically sit down and hash out an actual sketch. There's 3 designs I want to do, and I'm coming up in a minute. Boxer brief, trunk, and briefs. Anyway, I'm going to catch up with you guys a little later to keep you guys abreast later on in the meeting. Anyway, I gotta go. Take care. God bless. Take care. I'll be back in a bit. Hey, what's up? Ike Love again. So, her and I are chopping up about price points, and she was telling me, depending on the price point I want to choose, that I'd have to go overseas as opposed to doing it here. The more expensive the product, or rather the cheaper the product, the more you want to go overseas to be able to break even. The cheaper the product, you want to, the more expensive product, you can do it here because you can offset the production cost. But she was explaining to me the different psychology about what goes into price points, low, middle class. We're talking about Yeezy, Kanye West line, but I'm gonna turn it over to you because I think this is fascinating about what goes into pricing a product. Lenese, take it away.
I'm not used to this. Okay, so first off, there's a couple different price points. You have mass, you have budget, you have moderate, you have better, you have luxury, and then you have haute couture. So there's 7 different categories when it comes to apparel and the apparel market. And the way these categories are split up is by economic status. So your budget, if I can give you an example, is like your Target, your Walmart. Your better is like your Banana Republics, your Zara's. Your designer is more like pretty much anything on the Saks contemporary floor. So that's like your Helmut Langs, your Alexander Wang, your Marc Jacobs. Then you get to designer, you're talking more like Oscar de la Renta. Then you get to couture, you're talking more like Hermes. And the way these things are actually broken up is, honestly, there are more of the higher end brands started really, really long time ago, like Chanel started out in the 1920s, where these designers actually were creating these garments for scratch for a specific clientele. Now what happens is, over time, these designers, they don't keep up with the times, and then they have to sell a portion of their company. You sell a portion of your company, you lose ownership. None of these designers actually own their brands anymore. And when the tycoons come in, they buy out the designers, move all the production over to China, and lower the quality of the product. So by doing that, you get items that are in lower factories that literally, when I tell you, the things that are made in the H&M factories are the same things that are made in the Gucci factories. You have the exact same production working.
So it's about the brand, basically.
It's about the brand. So quality has kind of left the building completely unless it's a luxury brand. There are a lot of brands that claim to be luxury and they're not luxury. Luxury is having a exclusive product for a price point and you have to be on a waiting list. There's only one true luxury brand still around, and that is Hermes. You have to sit on a waiting list before you can actually get a bag at Hermes because it's handmade. So all there's companies out here claiming to be luxury, they're only luxurious because of their name. But
I think
the
it's
quality
also
of the product is not where it used to be, and it probably will never come back because people shop on bargains nowadays. And even with designer apparel, you have a very exclusive market that does still shop that, and that are those people with that old money that actually do still appreciate quality. And there are people that are 40 plus or in the celebrity or designer world that are still buying those brands, mostly for entertainment.
So basically, what it's coming down to is that it's really about the brand, and the brand is about the emotional appeal that your product has to the customer, the consumer, right? Someone is wearing Gucci and they feel rich because they feel like they're better than people, some of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a social status, and it's a way to feel good, which is just, it's kind of sad. But
clothing is very psychological.
But most of this stuff is very psychological.
Feel really good or really bad. If you don't have on the right outfit, it'll take you down. And then you have actual TV shows that have like fashion clothes and whatnot to wear. Who can't wear this? So you have critics out there that are watching your every move. Let a celebrity post something on social media, whether it's designer or not, and it don't look right on them, they're gonna trash you. It's gonna go viral, and you can wear something from Fashion Nova or something cheap and look amazing. So it really does depend on the status of the person. But internally, you want to feel like you're highest. Like, oh, I don't care if it's ugly, it's Gucci.
Right. And that's true. And it's what they say about these commercials. They make you feel less than something if you're not wearing that or driving that or eating that or whatever, That's why, really, the big thing for me, for my brand is I really want to, at least, if everybody's caught up in this emotional appeal for something, I wanted to do something good, like something meaningful, This is what I'm chopping it up about with Lenese here. So I'm gonna get back to you guys a little later to, round everything up and, let you know what's going on. Miss Lenese here is just dropping mad knowledge. So I know she has to run, and I gotta run too, because I go to the gym and I gotta meet somebody a little later. But she's dropping mad knowledge because one of my concerns was I not finding the shades of gray I wanted for the elastic bands, because it just generally come in some colors, but they come in these tacky colors, or they come in white, black, or like medium gray, and I wanted something else. But she's telling me that these underwear companies, who I used to think, how did they get all these different colors? They must know a secret source. She's like, no, they just dye it, What are they called again?
DTM, dye to match. So they dye to match all different fabrics, or they pick their own colors and they create the fabrications from those colors that they pick. Mostly all Pantone colors, because Pantone colors are used worldwide.
Insane. I didn't know all this. That gives me a relief, because she's saying that this here that I have is probably the best one because it's the most comfortable. But and I can what?
Say that. I'm teaching you terminology. Say hand feel. Hand feel. That's hand feel. That's how you test.
No, because you have a draw, so I don't know what you sometimes feel.
Hand feel is how you test the softness of any fabric. So anytime you measure it, it's called the hand feel of the fabric. How it feels on this part of your skin and on the back part of your skin.
And you say they have this at Pacific Trim, but they have it in white or
white
black.
And black.
So you'd have to buy white and then dye it in different colors and everything like that.
Exactly.
Now she said this is a little too rough, but if you wash this how many times would they wash it?
Wash it
one time, it becomes softer.
Yeah.
But let me ask you something. When they're sewing in the graphic into these things, don't they have some cushion in the back they sew into it and everything? You see these designs.
Talking about backing?
Backing, yeah.
You wouldn't do back. Actually, you would only do for this a tearaway backing if you did embroidery. You wouldn't actually leave the backing on the waistband. You would do a tearaway backing.
That's a tearaway backing.
It snatch it right off after the embroidery is done. So they have backing where it stays on if it really needs the stability.
But also the comfort, I'm thinking.
Yeah, but if you need it to be heavy, you leave the backing on. This is already heavy. There's no need to leave the backing on. It would make it too thick. So what you would use with this is a tearaway backing, and it has stretch. You leave that backing on, the stretch is going to go away. You feel me?
Right.
So something thick and something stretchy, tear away back. With something stiffer, like a jacket or like a leather jacket or something like that, that doesn't have much stretch, you would leave the backing on.
Okay, so this you would not leave the backing
No,
on.
you would use tear away. A specific backing you would use for something like this is called tear away.
Wow, she knows her stuff. I mean, she knows her stuff. Anyway, she has to go and I have to go. Anyway, if you want to read more on my blog, go to www.theviblealternative.com. Follow me on Twitter, TheVibleAlt. And if you like what I have to say, you want to follow me in my journey of building this underwear line, which I will get done. I don't want to get kicked out like they did. They did on that, and what everybody's raging about. Like people kicked out of Starbucks in Philadelphia. Anyway, yeah. Please click on subscribe and take care. Talk to you soon. Take care. God bless and peace.